Finally saved up enough money to buy the PC-12, which everybody says is the better choice over the Caravan. So did the mission, the Gold Star mission in Japan, and since I was here already, I decided to do my first medium cargo mission right here in Japan. So I found one that pays really good and flies from Japan up into the Russian islands just north of Hokkaido. And looking at it right now, it says taken off in VFR, and the destination, it says MVFR. So I'm having a look at it and see there's a runway, because I'm sure you've had it too, where it tries to make you land on a heliport or something like that. So it's always good to make sure that there is a runway there, whatever that's made out of. I guess that's what they need for the tundra on that island up in Russia. So make a couple of adjustments to my flight plan. And yeah, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. No weather information for that airport other than the initial info that came through to me, but that's where things are going to get very, very interesting. So skip forward now to take off out of Japan. Really nice out. Everything is looking good. I'm starting off and I'm on my first flight with the lowest insurance, of course. After, in free flight, I ran through a whole bunch of different flights, but I was pretty confident by this point that I could do this if I can see what I'm doing. So get this pig up off the ground and continue my flight. Everything is looking good so far, except that I can't get my nav to work. Now that we're close to the destination, look at this mess. So I was trying to find weather along the way. There was nothing. None of the airports in the area had any weather information for me at all. So as I got closer and closer, I started seeing it get worse and worse, to the point of, worried about I'm going to ice up, I'm going to fall out of the sky, I got to turn on the pitot heat. I need everything I can to help me out. Quick look outside. Yep. 0-0. Can't see anything. So I'm going to just work the autopilot and the heading to try and get myself in here. Can't quite rely on the purple line on the map, so I'm just gonna have to go with the heading. I'm gonna ultimately try and line it up with the runway number as I come in here. So just keep working that back and forth, dealing with all kinds of wind, pretty wicked headwind, a little bit of a crosswind, not too bad. Making sure my autopilot is still on. Like, I need all the help I can get right now as I'm coming in close. Still 0-0, can't see anything, no ILS, no weather information, no tower, nothing. It did cross my mind to abort this, but I thought, I've made it this far already on my first mission. I don't want to give this up. So I'm going to keep working it and trying to come in here. So using vertical speed, I'm going to try and bring myself down. It takes a little bit of getting used to whether you move that speed control up or down to add to your rate of descent. You'll see here a couple times I push it the wrong way, so I go up, which I don't want, but I want to come back down around that 500. If this was a real flight, look at that, brutal. If this was a real flight, I wouldn't have those blue gates up there to assist me. But in this, I do have that advantage. So I'm also using those to try to align my glide path a little bit between, I think that's long final and final that are boxed out there. Either way, trying to line those up and then keep my heading in line with that runway as I come in. And again, you can't see anything. I've got nothing coming in. I'm just relying on vertical speed mode to slowly bring me down, where I bring myself up again because I move it the wrong way, then now drastically down. Here I am coming in, and I finally decide autopilot off. All this stuff off. I gotta bring this thing in myself. So recenter my view and just aim for the ground. Aim it. I know the runway's got to be there, but where? So something is visible. And it calls off landing. And I'm looking at that going, is that a river? What is that? What is that? Is that the runway? Has to be the runway. I'm going to commit to this. Hold your breath. Made it. We're down. Didn't pile it up. Holy, that was a lot of stress bringing that thing in, but I brought it in and came to a stop. So for my very first career mode mission, that's what I was dealt with, or that's what I had to deal with. So let's see how I scored. Good on the scores, but look at the bird. It has seen better days. It did not look like that when I took off. So the big question is going to be is how is maintenance going to look for this? Am I basically going to have to buy a new plane, or is everything going to be all right? Because it looks like it's been through a war zone. That's the first over $1 million payment. After just doing the light missions, that's really good to see. That much money rolling in now. But I'm still worried about the maintenance. Hold your breath again as I click on update. All it needs is a wash? Amazing. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and enjoy career mode.